afternoon to you. It's Friday, August 25, 2023. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, management, Rivers State University reassures of adequate security in campus. Governor Fubara to ensure arrest of attackers of female students of Rivers State University. Nigerian military buries personnel killed in ambush, air crash in Niger State. Human rights group says Minister of Culture is serving core member. On the foreign scene, police arrest 79 arsonists over wildfires in Greece. I am Constance Mega. The management of the Rivers State University has reassured the university community that measures have already been taken to avoid a repeat of yesterday's attack. As you may know, at least 7 armed robbers raided some female hostels, assaulted the students, and carted away their valuables. The incident left some of them hospitalized, sparking a protest on campus. A statement by the school registrar, Sydney Enyinda, said the prompt arrival of the university security team and the police scared the hoodlums away. But Dr. Enyinda said the police and other security agencies are on the trail of the perpetrators, while the statement advised staff and students to go about their normal activities. Meanwhile, the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has promised to ensure that the armed robbers who attacked the female hostel at RSU are caught. The governor gave the assurance when he visited the school shortly after the students' protest yesterday.
Honestly, I was really bitter that such a thing would be happening in this Get age. Somebody breaking into the girls' hostel to go and molest girls. And I said, I will not just send the police, my aides to come and check, that I will come myself to see and assess the situation. Let me assure you that we must get the culprit. And I'm sure they are not people outside. They are also students here. For those students that are victims, I will make sure that they get the required medical attention. We are going to make sure it doesn't repeat itself. And I will also liaise with the school authority to improve on your security situation.
Well, also speaking on this, when he visited the school earlier, the special assistant to Rivers State Governor on Student Affairs, Soye Maxwell, proposed that the fence of the Rivers State University be raised.
From my findings, items like phone, laptops were actually stolen from the students. The university management has assured us that they're going to take care of those items. We have discussed with the university management. We have suggested preventive measures that have to be taken to make sure we prevent this thing reoccurring. Like the fence of the university has to be raised, and then there is a security tower at the back gate of the university which has to be active from now. We have discussed with the CS of the university to increase its manpower, which he has assured us.
In the meantime, a parent of one of the female students at the attacked hostel, Mr. Nonso, tells our correspondent that he and his wife were traumatized when they got the distress call from their daughter about the incident.
When I got the call from my daughter around 2 a.m., I felt that something must be wrong. And then when I heard her voice panting, I felt like leaving my house at that time to go to the school because she's just a first-year student. I could imagine the traumatic circumstances the children faced. I felt that living inside the campus would be safer. But this incident now and the stories I've heard of this thing has happened before, it's not something I'm comfortable with. If something concrete, if no good action is carried out, I will reconsider.
Well, the disappointed father called for an overhaul of the school's security system to ensure the safety of the students.
There's no way somebody that doesn't know the environment very well could have done this. If you leave the school environment and within that back gate from 6, 7, 8 downwards, very corrupt environment because of the activities that you see in that. But I expect the VC should get down to work and find out who are involved. They can't just tell us that they're on top of the situation and then walk away. Also, I expect the governor to run a riot act on the security arrangement in that school, including the VC. If he's not competent, you change him because we're talking of the life of our children.
Well, earlier, some of the affected students tell our correspondents that they will need some time off school to recuperate from the harrowing experience.
Just want to go home. Just want to go. I will not sleep in my hostel. Some people fainted up the shop. A girl had asthma attack. Just traumatized. People were even videoing when they were breaking in. I don't even understand why they were videoing instead of calling for help. I'm saying yes, everything is just shooting in my head. I think everybody should go home because you don't know what's going to happen here. If people can watch them breaking in and videoing, then they'll also watch when they are killing people without doing anything. The unknown gunmen that came, they said they were going to come back.
Well, they suspect that the robbers are familiar with the terrain and want the school authority and the police to investigate thoroughly.
It has been happening since, and they did not do anything safe to secure us. Like, even recently on Saturday, they robbed students that went for night traffic. One of them said, "We don't reach you." They called someone and said, "We are there, we don't reach you. Which room we go enter?" They are suspecting that maybe they have somebody telling them something, or it may be one of those guys, because we used to call plumbers, all the people that do our bunks, electricians. I think the school authorities are aware of them.
Well, the female students also urged the school authority to beef up security within the campus.
The hostels, they are poorly guarded. Our doors are outdated. Just only one kick, the doors are open.
They came with only touch. I don't know what they're doing with us, and they're asking us, I hope you not collect anything. Arm robbers, there are arms, knife, gun. You are coming with only touch. I feel that these securities then should be armed, and also they should be put in different hostels.
Well, our correspondents gathered that the armed robbers attacked hostels C, D, and the NDDC hostels of the River State University. The students also said the armed robbers attempted to rape them. While staying with this, the Commissioner of Police in River State, Emeka Nwonyi, has directed the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Area Commander, Port Harcourt, and the Divisional Police Officer, Bolu, to provide adequate security on the campus of the River State University. The spokesperson of the State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, said the CP issued the directive after receiving the report of the attack at the school. The state's CP also called for vigilance and urged students, parents, and the school management to take advantage of the police control room numbers 0803 200 3514 and 0809 888 0134. to report suspicious activities. While reacting to this, a former student leader, Charles Jaja, called for a thorough investigation into the attack.
It's unfortunate, and it shows you that university is non-porous. This, for a long time, have never happened. There should be a restructuring of the security architecture in that university, starting with the removal of the chief CSO of that school, as far as I'm concerned. Because you can imagine when properties were stolen and then people were raped for that number of hours. Things of that nature was happening in that kind of a place. It's unfortunate. In the same place, the chief security officer ought not to remain in that place for 1 minute.
Moving on, the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, says Rivers people should expect more development projects beyond the ones listed to mark his 100 days in office. Governor Fubara said this when he inspected some projects in 4 local government areas of the state yesterday, and he promised to personally inspect the projects listed to mark his 100 days in office in the interest of Rivers people. Well, our correspondent reports that some of the projects inspected by the governor include the 10.3-kilometer Indorama Bonchia Ogale Ibubu East-West Link Road, the 19.1 kilometers long Oyibo Koloma Afam Road, the comprehensive high school Alesa Eleme, the Botem Benenu Horo Road, the community secondary school Koroma Tai, and the government secondary school in Eneka Town. In another development, a magistrate court in Port Harcourt has reserved judgment until September the 25th on the 1-count sexual assault allegation against the suspended lecturer at the university At the Rivers State University, Professor David Ogbonna recalled that a 20-year-old female student of the Department of Microbiology accused Professor Ogbonna of sexually assaulting her in his office in 2022. Now, when the matter came up for judgment yesterday, parties were informed of the absence of the presiding chief magistrate, Poromon Menenen. Well, as you may know, Professor Ogbonna was first arraigned by the Rivers State Police Command on one count of alleged rape of a 20-year-old student of RSU before the state government took over the prosecution of the matter. Although the accused had pleaded not guilty to the offense and was granted bail to pave the way for trial, the offense is punishable under Section 360, Cap 37 of the Criminal Code Laws of Rivers State. Away from that, an environmentalist, Dumna Mene Fineface, says the delay by the Joint Investigation Team to visit communities where oil spills occurred is an indication that critical stakeholders like Nostra, the company, and the community may be compromised. Mr. Fineface said this in an interview with correspondent Soebi Uruwari.
Has not taken steps to go there and see what they could do. NOSRA is supposed to have taken steps at this point in time to bring the operator together on that Trans-Niger Delta pipeline and also bring the community people together, other critical stakeholders, to go and investigate what caused the oil spill and then release a joint investigation, report on that particular spill. But to date, NOSRA has not done anything on that side. We do not even understand whether NOSRA still exists. And if NOSRA exists, why are they failing to carry out their mandate when they are taking salary as having worked for the month?
In the meantime, a native of Bodo, who is also an environmentalist, Damian Bobara, has urged Shell Company to comply with the recommendations of the UNEP report by decommissioning their equipment in the area to stop further occurrence of oil spills.
UNEP report admonished Shell to decommission their facilities and, conduct integrity tests on the one that they are still using. And I want to advise them to do this thing because it's quite unfortunate that things like this keep happening in the community. And each time it happens, it brings about crisis in the community as a tension. Put a stop to the incessant oil spill that occurs in Bodo. Let Nostra move in without wasting of time.
Still to come, human rights group says Minister of Culture is a serving corps member. Stay tuned.
Sorrowful. I love my sorrow.
Has alleged that the Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, is serving as a minister while also serving as a corps member. In a statement yesterday, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria alleged that years back, Musawa abandoned her NYSC in Ebonyi State, but later showed interest in completing it. The group claimed that the minister was mobilized this year and was posted to a law firm in Abuja before her appointment. The group urged the NYSC to compel Musawa to focus on either her National Youth Service or the ministerial appointment. We'll recall that Hannatu Musawa was screened and confirmed by the Senate. The DSS also conducted a security check on the nominees before they were sworn in as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Nigerian military has buried its personnel who died during an ambush and air crash in Niger State. Bandits had ambushed the troops in Niger State on August 14, killing 14 soldiers, while 7 others were injured. Well, the incident necessitated the deployment of the Air Force evacuation aircraft. Well, the aircraft was said to have crashed, killing all passengers, 2 pilots and 2 crew members on board. In business, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, says Nigeria has ranked as the 7th country in the global usage of mobile phones and the 11th in terms of internet penetration. NCC Executive Vice Chairman Umar Dambata made this known in Abuja. In entertainment, rapper Dremo has backed Burna Boy's claim that most Afrobeat songs lack substance, while the Davido signee said they are rather pushed by marketing. Recall that in a recent interview, Burna Boy claimed that most Afrobeat singers sing only about good times, lacking substance and real-life experience. And in sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons have moved 8 places to become 32nd in the world and first in Africa in the FIFA Women's Ranking released today.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Police in Greece have arrested about 79 arsonists over wildfires ravaging the country. Civil Protection Minister Vasilis Kikilais said there had been several attempts by some people to start new fires on Mount Parnitha, northwest of Athens. The blaze is one of hundreds in the nation where wildfires have already killed at least 20 people this week. And that's the news. But before we go, another look at the highlights of the major stories on the news this afternoon. You heard that the management of the Rivers State University has reassured students of the institution of adequate security. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says he will ensure the arrest of the attackers of the female students of Rivers State University. The Nigerian military has buried its personnel killed in an ambush and air crash in Niger State. A human rights group is alleging that the Minister of Culture is also a serving corps member. And on the foreign scene, police in Greece have arrested 79 arsonists over wildfires there. The news was edited by Onye Kachinwosu. Partly sunny weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp 0808-721-7215. Remember, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I'm Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening. Do stay tuned. The sunny side comes right up.